Everybody has a passion, even if they haven't figured it out yet. Luckily for me, I figured mine out young. I love the concept of sales. Not even the money gained, but the ability to convince someone that what you were selling was worth them spending their hard-earned money on. I want to share with you a personal story that changed the way I view opportunity. My personal penny challenge story. When I was younger, I set out to turn a single cent into $100 in less than 24 hours. I got inspired to do this from watching an online creator I enjoy, and I thought it was a good idea. When I told my dad about the challenge, he said he would match the $100 if I was able to do it. So I accepted the challenge, and a few days later, I went out with my older brother, and I set out to make it happen. I started by trading the penny for a pen. I then sold the pen for $1, and with $1, I bought another pen and a few pieces of paper and made some drawings. I made drawings until I had enough money to buy a pack of chips. I then went around to local stores and neighbors selling these chips individually for $1 each. Every sale I made, I would adjust my sales pitch. For some people, I would tell them about the challenge and what I was doing, and for others, I wouldn't mention it at all. What I noticed is that people bought from me more when I mentioned the challenge versus when I didn't, because they weren't just buying the product, they were buying the story behind it. And after working and working, after 8 hours, I did it. I managed to turn one penny into $100 less than 24 hours. This experience taught me that inspiration is all around us, waiting to be discovered in even the simplest beginnings. You don't have to wait for a grand opportunity, when even a penny can ignite a spark. I'm here to talk about how we as people can figure out what we love and transform it into a thriving business or hustle. Now, the first step on this journey is to ask yourself 3 essential questions. 1, what makes you lose track of time? And 2, what active problems do you see in your community or neighborhood that you feel you could have a fix to? And 3, if money didn't matter in the world, what would you be doing for a living? For instance, say you have a love for art. You could share this love by offering personalized classes. Or maybe sports is where you find your passion. You could share your talent with younger athletes and charge a fee per class. Or maybe even gaming is what you really enjoy. Imagine building an online community, sharing gameplay, tips, and tricks, all based around what you truly love. When you figured out what you truly love, the next step is to figure out if it has the potential to be profitable. You have to ask yourself, can someone incorporate this into their everyday life? This simple question forces you to measure the real-world value of what it is you love to do. Now, if you're like me, and you don't know exactly what to pursue, it can be hard to figure out just one thing to choose. But luckily for me, I had a teacher last year, Mr. Robinson, who introduced me to the concept of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which in his words was to just stop overthinking and pick something. Because oftentimes, we know what we love and what we should be doing, we just don't have the will to do it. Now, once you've figured out what it is you truly enjoy, and you've asked yourself if it has the potential to be profitable, you have to take the next step. When you figured it out, and you've asked yourself if it has the potential to be profitable, you determine how you can make it happen. I personally did this by identifying my passion and connecting it with the real-world need that I saw. This is how I began my reselling business. I saw that people around me really enjoyed sneakers and fashion, as did I. But sometimes it was a struggle to get these pairs of shoes and clothing. So I took this as an opportunity to buy hype sneakers and resell them for a higher price. While I did this, I wasn't just making money. I was enjoying the process, and I loved what I was doing, which is the most important part. Now, there's multiple ways you can start, but starting small is often the best way to build confidence and learn the ropes of entrepreneurship. Start by practicing in low-stake environments, such as school fundraisers or raising money for a nonprofit organization. This is how I personally began, and I actually broke my Boy Scout troop record for amount of coupon books sold and school record for amount of coupon cards sold. These experiences allow you to refine your sales tactics, gather feedback from friends and family, and gradually build a customer base. The key is to let your interests guide you to doing something you genuinely love. And finally, I want to say that every single one of you has the potential to create something extraordinary. The journey from passion to profit begins with one simple step: figuring out what it is you love, and daring to put into action. Throughout the journey, you'll make mistakes, and you'll learn from experiences, but this is just part of the process. Learn from successful entrepreneurs, take advice from other people, because you can do it. I hope you leave here today ready to take the first step. Thank you.